I bought them back. I was a bit impulsive when I threw the moon and earth off into yonder distance. Right, it's 6 in the evening here in Queensland, in Australia. At 7:50, we have a lunar eclipse. Already got the ladder ready to go up onto the roof. The moon is just starting to come up, so about an hour and a half away from Earth being in between the sun and the moon. Moon over there, sun over there. So I will be up on the roof taking footage. I was going to do a live, but it will be too distracting for me. And it will just be less chaotic. I'll probably just record it, because look, I know what will happen. So I'll take footage and I will come back straight after. Well, I don't know how long it's going to go for. It's probably going to be quite a while. So, but yeah, happy days. This was just to let you know about that, and a quick reminder about believing what is in front of your eyes. Solar eclipse, every single solar eclipse. This is not me saying, oh, it's flat or it's round. These are two facts that totally caca on relativity. Well, one of them does, right? Because the speed of light is absolute. It's about understanding when you're watching an eclipse, a solar eclipse, that the thing being blocked is the light source. If I put this up towards the sun, it is the sun being blocked, not anything that has been traveling 8 minutes and 20 seconds to arrive here. That's just ridiculous, okay? Roma, yeah. No, it's ridiculous. Understanding that the sun is directly behind the moon, it doesn't matter where the sun is, whether it's local or 150 million kilometers away, as they say it is. It's directly behind the moon. To believe otherwise, well, you'll end up believing in neutrinos and in all of this other rubbish that they try and promote. It's a slam dunk, but I can understand how people will be a little bit, I don't know, because of this and that and Einstein. Liars and charlatans, not shoulders of giants. Gravity. Mate, this is a fact, okay? This is a fact. Light is absolute. There is no light delay. There is no relativity. There are no gravitational waves. Folks, slam dunk. I get that it's probably confronting, but it's still the truth. None of the bigger of the smaller bodies of water are moving, as the moon is orbiting us around the equator line. It's not shifting any of the lakes, the seas that aren't connected to an ocean. This is one of those things that it's surprising that nobody picked up. Why is it not on the news? Because the news, it's not convenient, is it? Anybody can work this out. This is the thing. The narratives they'll continue. They'll probably continue with the space program, even though there's no gravity. That's not gravity that's doing that. If it was gravity, all of those lakes and seas that aren't connected to anything, that aren't connected to the main bodies of water, they would be shifting. But they don't, not even a millimetre. It's ridiculous. That and the fact that the high tides are mostly, the highest tides on the planet right here. Look, two slam dunks. both of them together favour the round Earth, don't they? But knowing their lies, it has to make you wonder, why would they lie about something like that? And they are lies. They are lies, there's no doubt about this. But again, who do you go and tell? It's like man-made climate change. All of the scientists that argued against it were fired. So they're going to laugh. They laugh, isn't they? It's just the fact that people, everybody has got this information. Here we are again. The information about the no movement of the lakes and the seas, no gravitational movement, right? No tidal movement, should I say. That should be it right there. Anybody who can think using logic and common sense, and who can shut a door and open a new one when needed to, will know that. It's such an obvious, there's such obvious lies that makes you wonder how they've lasted so long, isn't it? This was just a little friendly nudge, friendly reminder that these two things are slam dunks, folks, okay? They are slam dunks. The speed of light, something that I was going on about way before this even became a thing. In fact, I remember saying about the flat earth thing and all that. I remember saying to somebody asked me, do you do gravity? That's right, I just remembered. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do gravity because it will water down the importance of the speed of light and the pyramids. This was not even 6 months ago. That was when the flat earth was creeping in. I was like that, no, because I didn't want to water that and the pyramids down, as if something's going to water the pyramids down. They've been submerged. It's obvious. They are ancient. 4,500 years ago, they looked exactly like they do now. I'm not going to slam dunk that because I wasn't there, but there will be hardly any change. 4,500 years old. It's not surprising that people will have fallen for 8 minutes and 20 seconds travel time for light to reach us from the sun, if they've already fallen for the pyramids being only 4,500 years old and being quarried with copper hand tools only. Anybody who believes that, well, we have work to do, right? Anyway, so I've gone from not wanting to water down the speed of light and the pyramids, and saying, no, I don't really do gravity, because it wasn't a thing. It wasn't something that I didn't want to step over from the speed of light and the pyramids, because I thought they were really, really important because of the ancient civilizations, and because, obviously, of relativity being a load of cap on it. It's a charade. It's ridiculous. At least you know where to find the liars and charlatans. What's that in there? It's a prickle. So, you would think it would be on the news, wouldn't it? But it's probably too embarrassing, isn't it? So then the gravity thing, I've gone from, no, not really my thing, to going, flat earth, huh? And then the water came up, the tides. I had Australia up here, and I was looking at the tide times, and I knew about the larger of the smaller bodies of water not moving, but I hadn't properly focused all of my attention onto it. And once I had, obviously, Australia up, and I was going through the high tides and what was doing what where at what time. Then I immersed myself, and of course it's like far out, Brussels sprout. The other bodies of water aren't moving. The highest tides are up north, apart from two of them. I saw you put your foot out. Don't do that again. And it's just been one thing after another, isn't it? Now, from not wanting to talk about a flat earth, because I didn't want to water it down, to then realising that everything that I was talking about anyway doesn't belong on a round earth. That's the coincidence. Those of you who follow me for a while will know that. It's not like I've done a pincer movement to try and go flat earth. It wasn't like that. I've been objective all the way as I found stuff out, and I've had both theories. In fact, loads of you are talking amongst yourselves now, which is a good thing. You're not bagging each other like some. It's important to remain objective. It's important to understand that sometimes we are wrong. It's important to understand that sometimes we are lied to. It's important to understand that the lie is one of the liar's most valuable tools is the trust of the innocent. Trust of the innocent. You can't trust your fucking government. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's not a war talk. It's whatever the parents don't do now, we're going to leave that job to the children. It's not about going to war. It's about the choices that we make every day. Who the attention goes to. Who your wages are going to and why. That's all this is about. The lies are obvious. If this was a logical world where the children were taught how to think, and they were taught that 1 + 1 = 2 all of the time, not sometimes in a different universe from the observer who's not observing from the other universe, all that rubbish. Travelling in time and dimensions and this and that, and time does this and time doesn't do that, and is time, and what is nothing? Can you imagine nothing? There's always something, isn't there? Oh, it's just pathetic, the stuff they have people talking about, and all of it because of this poxy relativity. It's a charade. You know where the liars and the charlatans are. In it, Moon. Who's having a great time again, look. It's playing. We do know about you, but it's not your fault. Anyway, there's going to be a lunar eclipse in an hour and a bit. I've got the ladder ready. I'm going to go up and take cool footage. And now that we have the flat earth, the imprint is right up there next to the print of the round earth. Now, even though I was objective before, at least now I know that there could be something else going on. And believe you me, in about an hour and a bit we're going to find out. It should be good. It's a clear night. So happy days. In it, Moon. So, according to El Roundo, nearly, according to the round, we're here, the moon right now, right, we are spinning this way, the moon is orbiting us this way, because we're going faster, it's going to be coming up, it's probably about there right now. I'm here in Eastern Australia, and it's going to be coming up, and the sun is just gone down. Just gone over the horizon, so it should be happy days very soon. So I will go up there with the camera. I don't know how long it will last for. Nothing. Right, one more thing before we go. Oh, I've just gone over 15. Doesn't matter because I was going to... The stones, finally, what was supposed to be 4 stages of about a week each, a month, to get stones from stone as they are, nice and rough and ready, right, to... Oh, there's none down here now. Anyway, stones, you know what stones are. First week they go in and bang, 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 smooths them up, all the edges. Then they get smoother on the second stage. And then on the third stage, it's a pre-polish, and then a polish on the fourth stage. And it's taken me 3 months, but I was taking shortcuts. But we are getting there. These now dry, shiny, right? They're going to have to go in again. This is one of my favourites, petrified wood. Let's go this way a bit. So it's just something that I kind of got into because I was always rocks and talk of ancient civilizations and what I was finding, and then the next thing I know, I've got 10 tumblers spinning. And yeah, so from not sure it was ever going to happen to being proper happy. It's cool, it's fun, it's satisfying watching them. So I've got these, I was going to put them in today, but luckily I remembered because I nearly forgot that I wanted to at least showcase my stones. Now these have only been in for 1 week. You can see they're still, it's going to take some beating still. But after about a month, or if you do it properly, like I put some bigger stones in, it's going to take longer. But rather than, see, this was just a sharp, jagged stone. Look at it. Still a bit of work to go. It's going to have to, I've got a few of them that I just put in and just let them go, bang, so it will reduce in size. But these all tell stories, all these colours and yeah, so it's been fun. Muchos fanos. Alright, a couple more, and I'll show you the ones that are ready now. Whole thing ready to go into a stage 4, the polish stage. Look at that. Precious stones, aren't they? See, that one's still got to take quite, it's not, it looks worse right up close, but that's still got it's going to reduce in size and might not even make it, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Alright, that's about the last one. That one's quite a good one. Did I show you that one? Yeah, so when they're proper polished up, proper polish, London style, like your foundation and your eyeliner. Alright, last tub. Now these are the ones that have done the third, and they're going to go in on the cleaning borax, and then a week polishing. Oh, what a nice relaxing way to finish. rather than screaming. Fucking light, it's a fact, I'm telling you. Definitely, look, precious stones. And one of the favourites that has probably halved in size because it's just been trying to get it smooth, had a couple of cracks that weren't going away. Look at this little dancer. Like a dome, isn't it? Look. There's a little tiny blemish on the bottom there somewhere, see that? But most of the others, oh yeah, and there. But even that one I just showed, I can only just get it, my nail. So it's the size is highly exaggerated on there. I can nearly not feel it. Like, so hopefully we'll know in the polish because that could ruin the polish. But again, nothing ventured, nothing gained, innit? Taking these down to the 10%, I reckon. Alright, can feel that moon coming up above the horizon, screaming, I do the gravity, I do. No, you don't. It's not your fault, moon. They lied to us about everything. Muchos liars and charlatanos. Innit? Liars and charlatans. So, it's been a fun. It's so good to finally see them smooth and polished. And it was like, not again. They come out and chips off them again and dull, and kept reading the manuals and going over it again. And finally got to the stage where no shortcuts were taken. We did it properly. We were patient. And here they are. Alright folks, I'm going to get ready for the Lunar Eclipse. Here's a bit of Aboriginal art, this one. That's what it reminds me of. Cool, they look like pearls, isn't it? Proper quality, London style. It's like a little button. Alright, that will do. I'm going to start getting my seat ready up on the roof. I think Christian's going to be up there, obviously. It's a cool one. Alright, folks. I will be back with some lunar eclipse stuff. So stay frosty. Believe your eyes. Stop believing absurdities. To those people who keep saying, you see these ads come up on TikTok and that, stuck at 200 views, you want 10,000 views? Do this, press that, do the other, use this software. AI will get you. And then what? It should be the content. It should be the content. If you have good content, original content, factual content, you'd think that it would slowly pick up on its own. It kind of has, but it still makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, people in charge, it's a shit system. You have to roll with the punches, folks. Start making choices that benefit you, not them. All right, back later with some lunar eclipse stuff. Laters.